Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Today here on the channel we're going to be talking a little bit about all the NFL action from yesterday, and I've got a shout out coming up at the end of the video. Please stay tuned for that. There is one more NFL game on the docket this week, and that is the Monday Night Football game coming up tonight between the Bears and the Steelers. But yesterday, I want to start out with a crazy stat that I don't know if I've ever seen before and may not ever see again. But just in case you do not know this, yesterday, Josh Allen sacked Josh Allen, and Josh Allen intercepted Josh Allen, and Josh Allen recovered a Josh Allen fumble in the Jacksonville Jaguars 9-6 win over the Buffalo Bills. The Jaguars improved to 2-7 on the season, but of course we know the Buffalo Bills have quarterback Josh Allen, but not a lot of people know that the Jacksonville Jaguars have defensive end Josh Allen. So yesterday, Josh Allen got the better of Josh Allen. And then we had the New York Giants pulling off an upset over the Las Vegas Raiders by the score of 23-16. And we also had the Atlanta Falcons beating the New Orleans Saints by the score of 27-25. The Falcons tried to blow it. They had a 17-3 lead going to the fourth quarter, and the Falcons are now 500 on the season. But I will say this, anything the Falcons do this year, all the credit goes to Matt Ryan. I know a lot of Falcons fans don't like to hear that, but for whatever reason, the Falcons just cannot run the ball. I think they had 34 rushing yards yesterday, and of course we know the Saints are now down to backup quarterback Trevor Siemian because it looks like Jameis Winston is going to be out for the season. And then we had the Cleveland Browns beating the Cincinnati Bengals in a blowout, the score of 41-16. The Browns, in case you have not heard, have released Odell Beckham Jr. because he is nothing but a prima donna. And of course, Jarvis Landry is still not fully healthy. So their leading receiver yesterday was former Michigan wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones. And their second leading receiver was Nick Chubb, who of course is a running back. So the Browns are a little thin right now at wide receiver, but when you put up 41 points, I don't guess it really matters. And then we had the Patriots all over the Panthers by the score of 24-6. And then the Cowboys just laid a complete egg against the Broncos. The final score wasn't that bad because the Cowboys tried to come back in the fourth quarter, but the score was 19-0 Denver going to the fourth quarter. Final score was 30-16. Now, the Broncos, as we know, have quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, who I think is a decent quarterback, but he just doesn't have a very strong arm, so he can't really throw the ball deep. So unless the Broncos can have a consistent running game, they're going to be an average football team because Teddy Bridgewater is not going to win you many football games, but he's not going to lose you many football games. Early in his career, he ran the ball a lot, and now he just doesn't. I don't know if he just got tired of getting hit or if his really bad injury a few years back when he was new to the league changed his mind about running, or if he just got slower, or if he just wants to be a pocket passing quarterback now. But he used to run a lot, and now he just doesn't. But Denver is over 500 now on the season at 5-4 with that win over the Cowboys. And then we had the Ravens beating the Vikings by the score of 34-31. And then we had my Miami Dolphins finally getting another win on the season by playing another team that's just as bad as they are, the Houston Texans. The Dolphins win the game 17-9. And then we had the Chargers beating the Eagles by the score of 27-24. And the Chiefs, in my opinion, with the surprising score of the day, beating the Packers by the score of 13-7, because we know the Chiefs always have a good offense. They just don't play defense. But they held the Packers to 7. But the Chiefs only putting up 13 points is a very, 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 very surprising score to me. And then we had the Cardinals beating the 49ers by the score of 31-17. And then the NFL Sunday night game last night on NBC, we saw the Titans beat the Rams 28-16, and that probably shocked almost every NFL fan, if not all. Maybe a few diehard Tennessee fans will tell you they're not surprised. But of course, Derrick Henry looks like he is out for at least the regular season. And their leading rusher in the game last night was former Falcons running back Devontae Freeman, who I think had 29 yards, but the Rams still managed to win the game. Any thoughts on any of these games, please feel free to let me know. As I said, one more NFL game on the docket this week. That is the Monday Night Football game tonight between the Bears and the Steelers, where I guess you could say right at halfway. You know, they now play 17 games. So is 8 games halfway or is 9 games halfway? The teams that have not had a bye week yet have played 9 games. The teams that have had a bye week have played 8 games. So I guess you could say we're at the halfway point of the season, since it is a 18-week regular season, because everybody gets one bye week. The AFC West right now is the most competitive division in the NFL, in my opinion, because you have the Chargers at 5-3, and then you have the Broncos at 5-4, the Chiefs at 5-4, and also you have the Raiders, who are knocking on the door. So that is a very competitive division so far. My shout out today goes out to my man Emery, who lives in the upstate of South Carolina. Of course, he is a Clemson fan. He wanted me to say go Tigers, and he said he actually subscribed to the channel a couple of weeks ago, and I did not give him a shout out because I did not know he subscribed. And I know I have talked about this before, but I very, very, very rarely get notified when anybody subscribes. Hardly ever. I just check my, subscription a couple times a day to see how many I've had subscribe, and it'll give me the total amount. But I don't know who subscribed and who hasn't. I just check it. So outside of me checking my subscription total, I don't know who has subscribed. So a lot of times when I ask people, have you subscribed? It's not me trying to be annoying. It's because I want to give everybody who has subscribed a shout out, but I don't always know who has subscribed. When I first started the channel, my phone would always notify me, and now it notifies me about once every 3 weeks. I just check it and see the subscription total has gone up, but I don't know who that includes. So most of the time, unless you tell me, I just don't know. So Emery, I apologize for that, but thank you so much for subscribing, and hope you continue to enjoy the content here on the channel. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. I walked down the street dressed as a screwdriver. I turned a few heads. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.